I hope this works. Are you there? Okay, I hope this works. Okay. Can you see me? Can you see me? Oh, okay, I can see 7 people now. 8 people, okay. Yes. All right, all right. Thank you very much for being with us. Hi. All right. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Josie. Hi, Thea. Hi, Tooth Fairy. How are you doing? All right. So good to see you. So, I want to talk de Lima, Perú. Órale. Hola, Jackie. ¿Cómo estás? Buenas tardes. Okay. So, let's talk about the seed stitch. And the seed stitch is just wonderful. I'm sorry, it's going to stay like that until I get my tooth. But so anyway, I shouldn't even talk about it because it doesn't even matter. So this is the double seed stitch. If I want to take a stitch off, the next stitch needs to be the opposite. So please, when you take off stitches, let's say I'm going to knit these 2 stitches together, and this one should be a knit, that one, because this is a purl and it's an alternated thing. Therefore, that should be a knit. If I knit these 2 stitches together, that one there should be a knit, because it needs to be the opposite. Okay, and I really want you to know that because I knitted a sweater for Nicholas. Let's see, where is it? Where is Nicholas's sweater? Anyway, I don't know where it is. Okay, so I'm going to talk about how you can make, see, I'm making a blanket. And see, this is what the seed stitch does. In comparison to only knit, which is the garter stitch, garter stitch makes one stitch go inside and another stitch out, because it is you're knitting on that side and you're knitting on this side. Therefore, it shrinks lengthwise, and it doesn't happen when you have a seed stitch. See, this is the seed stitch. See how nice it looks? So what happens is that with the seed stitch, it doesn't curl. And it happens the same thing with the garter stitch, but it just seems to me that the seed stitch is a very elegant finish on either on the sides of your knit or at the bottom. That means at the beginning and at the end. Let me show you this. See, this is the beginning of it. And estoy usando circular, but no es necesario. It is not necessary to use circular. You can use straight needles. But anyway, I like circulars just because it's so easy to carry around, and it's less bulky. It's easier. So let me show you about the seed stitch. So you do the seed stitch, and it really doesn't matter how you start. You just, and then I have my separators on top, see? I have my, see, so I know when to change. So anyway, that is that. And I am going to show you something else. I made my mother, and I don't know why she never used it, but I made it many, many years ago. Now, my mother passed away in 2013, but she thought it was too pretty, and she never used it. See, it's a real big shawl. Like it's a shawl, but it's like huge. So let me get this. See, it's okay. Let's see if I can stand up and show you. See, it is just huge, huge. So it is, let's see, it is, that is 60, it must be 80 inches long, and it's very wide. So I made this for my mother many years ago with a very nice yarn. It has mohair, but see, this is the seed stitch. Let me show you. See? And it is all seed stitch, and it is very, very elegant. So this is what happens with the seed stitch. You have, and now I did the double seed stitch on Nicholas's sweater. I think I showed it to you last time. I already finished it, and it's really cute. So I used that double seed stitch on Nicholas's sweater, and Anna is going to post it, but I haven't finished writing down the instructions. And when you write instructions for a sweater, you have to take a common denominator of all the charts available about sizes. So if one chart says that size 8 is 40 inches wide, and then another one says 38, and then another one says 40. Well, you have to take the common denominator and make your sweater like that. And then I have to figure out what is the measurements of the small, the medium, and the large sizes. So that's the way it is. So anyway, there's no reason yeah. Yeah. Okay, the double seed stitch, and pretty similar to Portuguese and Spanish. What? You're going to have that blanket pattern on video. No, I'm not going to have it on video. We're going to have it on Etsy. And we're going to have it on Etsy. I'm writing the instructions for it because it's really, really very simple. And I'm having the instructions. I'm going to write them down. And we're going to have them on Etsy. I think you have to ask Anna because she's the decider. So let's see what's going on here. Are there any questions? So if we have several things with the seed stitch, we have a hat. We have a hat with the seed stitch, and we have, what else? We have gloves with a seed stitch. I'm almost sure. And your tutorial on double seed stitch, yes. The double seed stitch is very pretty, and it just makes it, and then it doesn't curl either. So that's the double seed stitch. So, and I made that Nicholas's sweater out. I don't even know where I left it. If not, I should have remembered. But I'll bring it next Wednesday so I can show it to you. And I am I started that sweater about maybe about 6 months ago, about a year ago. And so I don't know if it fits Nicholas because he grows up like, you should see him. I mean, he's going to be 6 on on tomorrow. He's going to be 6 tomorrow. So he's a big boy and he's more than size 8. Like, so the sweater is a size 8 and he's like a size 9 or 10. So anyway, he is a big boy. The seed stitch is that I get bored. Yeah, it is a boring stitch. It is. Yes, happy birthday to my beautiful one. Yes, they grow fast, and he is beautiful. He's a beautiful boy. Anyway, blonde, real blonde. So, okay, so let's see. What is it? Happy birthday. Children grow fast. Yes. Can you say? Yes. Muchas gracias. The white blanket look really cozy. It is a very nice yarn it has. I believe it has a little bit of mohair. And I used a very pretty yarn. Just very, very pretty yarn. When you do something like this, and if you're going to put so much time into it, might as well be a very nice yarn. Don't get just any, make it a pretty yarn. Something. Now, for example, if I teach, if I have the instructions for a baby blanket like this, then I have to use yarn that the majority of people can find. So it cannot be a fancy yarn coming from, I don't know what other country that I buy online. It has to be a yarn that people can find at the stores. So this is called Heartland, I think. It's from Red Heart. And the color is magnificent. Look how pretty that color is. So it's like a heather green. So that's what I need to do with that. Nicholas's sweater is the I Love This yarn from Hobby Lobby. And then, of course, you can substitute it by Vanna's Choice. Because Vanna's Choice and I Love This yarn is the same. It's just that you get double the amount of yarn for the same price on the I Love This yarn. But Vanna's Choice has this thing that anything that you buy from that particular brand, she gives for children that are sick and that need care. So she has that thing. Vanna is the lady that's on the Wheel of Fortune. Is that it? You know, the thing that goes around. Anyway, uh, Vanna White is her name, and she crochets and uh, she gives the money from the yarn for the children. Okay, so we have the right stitch videos. Yes, we have right stitch. Well, what happens is that right stitch is knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, and then the next row you only knit, and then knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, and then only knit. So yeah, it is a very, very pretty stitch. Yes, we have a whole bunch of tutorials. You get bored. I love it. I get bored with this. Hi, Mary. Yes, I showed you the sweater yesterday, Nicholas's sweater, because Mary came to class with a group of ladies. We get together and Mary came to class. So anyway, thank you, thank you. Mary Lou, yes, she's my friend. We went to have lunch the other day. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for making it. And yes, big football here. Okay, yeah, you can do that. Yvonne, how are you? Okay, so again, the seed stitch can be done to make a whole bunch of pretty things. You can use it as a border. I use the seed stitch at the border instead of a garter stitch, because the garter stitch kind of shrinks lengthwise, and this seems to me a more elegant. So it is boring when you do something big like this, because this took me the longest time ever. But I did it with a lot of love for my mom, and she just kept it. I don't know why she never wore it. She thought it was too pretty to wear. But okay, Tooth Fairy. Yeah, Tooth Fairy didn't appear. Okay, well, thank you very much for being with us. And we will have other stuff to show next time. Please give me ideas of what you want to talk about, because sometimes I talk about whatever I have at hand, whatever I'm doing at the moment. And so give me ideas of what is it that you want to talk about. Thank you, Thea. Thank you. I love you all, and you be well. Take care. And what else? Bye bye, everyone.